East Podcast, WATP.
It's a show that's hosted by Tyler, Dr. Sage, Bubba, Tyler Cooley, Apple Cakes, a.k.a. AP, and Jason Wilhite. Now, there might be others as well. I've noticed that
Top Lobster.
different episodes, there's different people
I'm glad you
hanging
seemed
out.
to capture any of their names, because the only one I got was Tyler.
By the way,
There's two Tylers.
one of my
Right.
homework assignments is figure out who the hosts are. This was not an easy one this time.
Yeah.
I was scrambling to figure out who the fucking hosts were of this show.
So they broadcast it on StreamYard, and like we are, and you have your names like right here at the bottom of the screen. But for the most of the time, they have a chat on the screen, and you can't see any of their names. So I'm like, oh great, now I can't figure any of this out, and I can't and I'm not going to stop driving to look at their stupid names.
Well, they also don't introduce themselves when they start off. Like the show, it lacks a professional quality that I'm personally fond of when it comes to doing live podcasts. And actually, Andy, why don't we start there? You sent me a clip of the intro.
Yeah, I think for once we actually watched the same episode, but it's 3 hours long, so
Right. It
we
goes
should have split it up. But yeah, the first clip, it's jarring both visually and audibly.
Yeah.
So right from the beginning, you get it and regret it.
Oh, we're live. Wait.
It's a good
And
slogan.
we are live.
Good
ladies
morning,
and gentlemen.
everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just kidding. I've been up all day because my sleep schedule is finally
There we
back
go.
on track.
Let me ask the audience a question real quick. Let me ask the audience.
Yeah, I don't know where they all are, but
I do.
radiation is poisoning the groundwater because
Yes.
all the hills have all the eyes. It's a fucking freak show.
Yes.
That's my takeaway.
They're in Springfield, Illinois.
Okay.
They all are. They're all
One
local.
of them's in Decatur.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she made a big point about that. And I don't know if that's one of the main hosts or one of these people that just pop in and out of the show, because they have it like almost like a Discord hangout where people can just click a button and just join and just
Oh, yeah.
I was listening to an episode, and this one girl was on her way to the grocery store, and she's just blaring the wind in her mic the entire time. The hosts are trying to have a conversation. They're like,
I have
is somebody
clips.
in a wind tunnel?
I have clips of that coming up because that's super annoying. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. Did you need to go to the grocery store today? I didn't realize. I thought we were doing a podcast. My apologies. Andy, do you want to just hit these first few that you gave me?
My first few are right
Yeah.
from the beginning of the show. Like, this is my first impression of the show. So they're going to start with a boring question and a terrible joke.
Okay.
How long would you guys, back when you guys first started dating, when you got that first girlfriend, how long did you stay on the phone with them for? Maximum hours.
Now, wait a minute. We can't honestly answer that because we didn't have cell phones, so your parents would eventually kick you off the fucking phone.
Yeah, that landline phone, my parents would have kicked me right off that motherfucker.
That's true. That's true. Or for me, my track phone would have ran out of time.
No, track phone.
Yes, I had a track phone.
Any
And
number
I
will
love
do.
y'all say-
All right. Well, how about just answer the question because you're just making this more difficult.
Yeah, remember track phones and minutes? Yeah. So Tyler does because he's a broke loser.
Remember how you can only call after 9? So
Yeah.
like, are we counting after 9 or before 9? Oh my God, just answer the question.
Right. So
I just want the background of this to be the looking into a toilet with these 5 turds floating in it. It's
it's
all
brutal.
garbage.
Yeah, they're the least talented people in the world, and they think they're funny, and they crack up at each other. It's annoying.
I kind of watched a couple other things, and I don't know. I kind of skipped around on this. Did he do his Trump impression in this episode? Do you have
I didn't see any Trump impressions.
Oh my God. He does this thing where he's just like, oh, I'll be right back. And his screen goes black, and then a picture of Trump comes up, and he does Biden and Trump impressions. Mm-hmm. Couldn't be worse. Couldn't be further.
I can imagine.
It's like, why are you even bothering
I can imagine.
trying to do this? Oh, God. But to get back to this fantastic phone call conversation.
Yes.
In clip 3, 11th hour, it seems like this clip is only here to try and convince us that some of these guys can get women sometimes.
Okay, yeah. Tyler Cooley has like a new girlfriend or something. This dork in the bottom left corner.
It's for me 3 hours, give or take. Sage, What about you?
Maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes is pretty good. Short, sweet, to the point. Bubba, what about you?
Bubba's never talked to a girl.
That's my fucking comment.
Shut the fuck up. Bubba, how long have you talked to a girl? 0 minutes.
Yeah. He's never talked to a woman without a mob of torches and pitchforks following, chasing him out of town.
Maybe an hour or two.
An hour.
Yeah, you can tell by the answer. I don't know, maybe an hour or two. Is that what guys say? Who've never talked to a woman before?
Right before the sex thing.
He is the definition of a neckbeard, this guy.
Okay. Jay saying 2.
I was in California.
We've all been eclipsed by a motherfucker. Turn your fucking camera on. Turn your fucking camera on. You know I've got to give you shit for this. He ain't got his camera on, but he was on the phone with his girlfriend.
Hold on, Baka.
This motherfucker was on the phone last night with his girlfriend, Anastasia, for 11 hours.
Yes, you heard that right. Oh,
Did he get paid for this? That's a whole shift.
Right. And you would think the way he's celebrating himself, that he got laid.
Yeah.
You talked to a girl for 11 hours, that's torture.
Yeah, who would want to do that?
Why are you proud of yourself over that? It seems ridiculous.
Oh, God. What did you pick up on, Carl?
So I went back and watched an episode from a month ago. And I want to show you how that one starts off. We could pause it at any time here. It's so obnoxious. They seem like people you don't want to be around for a second. Chris, you always give us your analogy of the sitting next to the guy at the bar. Oh, yeah. These are the guys that you're like, I'm at the wrong bar. No, I'm not in the wrong bar stool. I'm at the wrong bar when you see these guys. And of course, they're broadcasting out of their garage.
There we go.
There we go.
And we're live, everybody. Fire sale. And it's our anniversary.
Better Mix
We're
and
1
Patty
year
show.
as a podcast.
That's a low bar. So this guy on the left is a guy we haven't seen yet. That's 420 because, that's still cool.
Seems like a
Weed,
treat.
man.
Fat 420 with a PH.
Fat 420, yeah. Good stuff. And then Tyler, who's the main host, is over on the right wearing an American flag mask, along with 2 other guys who are wearing American flag masks, and you're going to hate all of them momentarily.
Oh, I already do.
We're doing exactly that, but for money, for wrestling for a cure. It's the whole edition of our fire sale.
Fucking lip when I did that shit.
So you just mentioned, you can't hear it because the mix is terrible, but they're doing some wrestling for a cure thing. Of course, they're all wrestling fans.
Backyard wrestling.
Yeah, go figure. What are the chances of that? These guys are fucking losers.
That reminds me of that event that we always talk about where it's 8 metal bands raising money to cure
Katrina.
cancer.
Yeah, cancer. You're just like,
After you pay the bar tab,
Make a dent.
they get $28.
were you guys making so much money at shows? You're just like, well, we should do something for good with all this money that we're making. No, it's ridiculous.
America, fuck yeah!
Welcome to the Best Beer Podcast. The show reminds you that, these guys are going to go out on a purge later tonight after they're done. They're purge.
oh shit.
I'm Tyler. Join me as always in the chorus.
I want to purr.
That was abrupt.
The Weeds are himself, 420. And we got, of course, the doctor. Well, purge number 1 and purge number 2. What the hell would your purge names even be?
Good start,
I don't
guys.
know. We've kind of always been like Ramsey and Wells or
Maximum destruction.
Maximum.
Oh, they're quick on their feet.
They just high-fived over maximum destruction. That's pretty fucking cool. All right. I got to tell you guys, I'm not going to bring this up again, hopefully. But I was enthralled. I was glued to Steel Toe did a live 10th anniversary show.
Yeah.
And Melton got the audio of it and played the entire thing. And you're like, who likes Steel Toe? Does he actually have a fan base? And then you find out it's like these people.
Oh.
These are the people. These people are stupid. They're idiots. They think that slurs and calling people gay is the funniest thing anyone's ever done. This entire hour-long show is just everyone going, dude, you're gay. Oh, what? No, you're gay. Whoa. That's nuts. That's what that reminds me. I'm like, oh, that's right. There's a lot of dumb fucking hillbillies throughout this country.
So it's a really low budget golden hour.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah. All right. I am trying to. I hate the fact I don't have a mouse on this fucking laptop. Ah, fuck!
The guy's just slapping
I'm working
him
on it, okay?
with a toy
I
sword.
posted it. Damn, I posted it.
It's so obnoxious. Like if you're next to people who are doing this, you're just like, all right, children, can we just hang out, or we gotta.
And there's a parade of dildos that just pop onto the stream and leave at will. They come in, they say nothing for 20 minutes, then they leave and come back arbitrarily. It's no way to run a show.
I'm starting to think it's not even the best damn podcast.
Speaking of guys that popped in, the guy that popped in and hasn't said anything yet, or except for his mouse doesn't work. The episode I watched, he was essentially asleep the entire time. He was just... I don't know if he was on his phone, if he was on a different screen or playing on his Nintendo Switch. No idea. He was not on the show, though.
Right. The one I'll go back to, that annoying spaz kid, his screen goes black. He turns it back on. He's just like laying in bed, sideways in bed with his phone next to him. It's just, you don't have to be on if you don't want to be on. You're not missing anything. Nobody's missing anything with this show.
Well, this is what Facebook has turned into. These guys all talk about Facebook. Oh, I saw this thing on Facebook. They broadcast this on Facebook. This is why I don't go on Facebook, because that's what it's turned into. Is these fucking people?
He's got a little fucking bite to it. All right, here you go. Tonight is our anniversary. 1 year we've been on the air, and they're already fucking starting on this shit. Will you just hurry up and hit me already?
They did.
My moments.
Okay, all right.
Look how obnoxious this is.
Are you having fun? America! Fuck yeah!
The other guy already did that.
Sitting here with Team America.
The freedom to be annoying and
Probably
ruin a
next
show.
Fall champions. All right, so tonight we're celebrating our anniversary with a fire sale for Wrestling for a Cure. 100% of the... Stop with the fucking titty. I know I'm fat, but fuck. 100% of the proceeds.
So these guys both have fake swords, and they just keep poking this guy who's trying to talk as if that's entertaining for anyone.
I can't even get through the fucking intro. 100% of the proceeds go to Wrestling for a Cure. Ah, fuck me.
All right, can we stop doing that now, guys? Or is that still funny?
I mean, since they're stopping the show, why doesn't he stop the show and take the fucking swords away from him?
Yeah.
Is it really bothering him?
You see the point.
I see the point. These guys are having too much
The guy in the
fun
bottom
with
is
these
just like checking his
$10
phone.
donation to the
Told you he doesn't do anything.
These people live in houses. This is why everyone hates America. And I don't blame them. When I see that people like this can make a living, where they can live in a house, they have a big garage, like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
It smells like styrofoam and my failure. That's why I smell like shit. $10 donation to Wrestling for a Cure.
All right. So they're trying to raise money for this thing for Wrestling for a Cure. And then,
Did they cure it?
how did that go? Did you figure it out? You guys figure it out? So later in this most recent episode that we were checking out, they were talking about something else. They linked the Wrestling for a Cure underneath the YouTube video. They linked something else that's very important too.
I just remind everybody we're up for Best Podcast of the Year award. Make sure you.
So the rumor, the whole conspiracy thing.
They're up for Best Podcast of the Year award. And now he said that jokingly because it's terrible. And he's like, oh, can you believe that? But they legit are up for Best Podcast in Springfield, Illinois. And they have a link to the website where you can vote for them. This website is out of 1998. This is insane. It's just covered in banner ads everywhere. It's just all advertisements. And then down here, you can nominate the best damn podcast. So they have that link in there.
Are there other shows on here that we can nominate instead?
Dude, this website stresses me out. Guys, I used to work for the local newspaper, and then I worked for E-Bombs World. I was in charge of advertising, and just banner ads now just give me flashbacks like Vietnam for me. I'm like,
Hey, you're with friends.
Oh, thank God. All right. Thank you, guys. I don't have to convince someone to buy a banner out of this website, do I? Please tell me I don't. What the fuck is going on? So, and this was the thing. Fuck, I said I wasn't going to do this. This is the thing that I picked up on when I was listening to Aaron's show in St. Cloud, Minnesota, is that I forget there are people who are 3 decades behind the rest of us.
Yeah.
And they really don't know that, we've all moved on from what you're
Right.
doing.
I know you look at third world countries or the way things are going in Uganda, and you wonder how in 2024 people still don't have paved roads.
Yeah,
but
running
you
water.
have to understand that in this country, in all the flyover states, it's still
Not all of them.
15 years ago.
Not all of them. Most places are very nice. You know, you live in St. Louis. I'm sure it's very nice. It's not. St. Louis is not.
Everyone knows it's not.
Hey,
Apparently, it's not.
Thanks for trying, though.
But
Well, that's what happened. We peaked as a civilization, and now we're just sliding back to where the rest of the world is.
Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Fuck. It's a bummer. What stock should I buy based on that analysis, Andy?
Track
Where do you want to go next?
Well, I flashed way forward. I started, because it was so long, I just started skipping around to kind of get an eye on something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And in clip 4, Tyler's old lady emerges from under the bridge that they live on. You know? So
Yeah.
she's going to have a fun conversation about her meds and her health problems.
I'm on at least 12 to 16, something like that.
12 to 16 meds.
But some of
Oh, I
them
thought
are
she was going to say Xanax.
12 to 16 meds. That's some range right there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty incredible range. Wow.
vitamins because of the
Okay,
medications
let's
leach
limit
them
this
out.
down. How many meds are you on currently that you can only get with a prescription from a doctor? Not
Okay.
counting vitamins and all that.
12.
12. Okay. How many medications were you on when we first met?
I was on 23, I think.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Has he tried to say that her life has improved
I
since
think
meeting
so. I
him?
think he's trying to take credit for this.
Yeah. Well, sure, you're on less meds, but you have 10 times as many Robotech action figures. So
Yeah,
you have
that's
that going
true.
for
Yeah.
you.
She
The
seems
toy
lovely.
room is awesome.
You seem like you're doing great.
She's a disaster.
You think?
I hadn't met her yet. I was not ready for that.
So in clip 5, Broomhilda is going to break down all the side effects that she's
boy.
dealing with because of, all the meds that she's on.
Constipation, tiredness, sleepiness. My body hurts from them. And
Being boring.
I get sick a lot. Like, I mean, throwing up sick.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty positive it's because of nausea meds.
Low sex drive.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me help you, honey. There's a few other things. You can't suck cock anymore. You know, grip the balls.
Oh, thank God. Can you imagine this troglodyte trying to crawl down the front of your pants twice a day?
That went from let's check out your medical history to airing the grievances real
Yes.
fast.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well.
This is what's wrong with your meds. My dick's not being sucked.
All right. Speaking of annoying women, so there's this woman who pops on. Her name's Applecakes. They call her AP. And they think she's the funniest person ever. And so apparently her boyfriend just had a car accident in his pickup truck where he passed out while he was driving and drove into a tree or something and broke his nose.
He got Zoomocked.
Wait.
Listen, when he can walk away from totaling his semi, which hole do you want, sweetheart? I'll hold it open.
Oh shit! Hey, AB, you know what he needs?
Huh?
That sexual healing.
Yes, sir.
Healing, baby. Sorry, I can't sing. I had to do it.
Yeah, idiots always have to do that. I didn't realize he drove a semi into a tree. Okay, that's even worse. So this guy has to start singing because we've noticed this with Ray DeVito's and other really bad broadcasters that they can't stop themselves from singing a song. But I assume this woman is the ugliest person you've ever seen because she's not turning her camera on. And then she talks about sex, and it's such a turnoff.
He's got a broken nose, so I'm gonna have to be gentle when I sit on his face.
There it is.
So is he okay though?
Appreciate your concern. So these incels are all just like sitting on his face. Cool. I saw that in the video once. They're so amazed that a woman would talk like that. But she also has jokes.
Okay.
So I want to play you a joke from her.
He's quite religious, so you know me. I have to make really horrible jokes, and I told him next time, let's not let Jesus take the wheel.
Hey.
Wow. Dynamite stuff. Thanks for saving that for the pod. Appreciate it. And then I just have a couple more clips and we can get back to what you were looking at, Andy.
Sure.
So Jason makes a point that people are dumb.
90% of the people out there are idiots, and I think I'm lowballing that.
All right, so he says 90% of the people out there are idiots, and I think I'm lowballing that. Now, based on what I'm seeing on the screen, where you live, very possible. Yeah. But this guy, Dan Swinson, who's in the chat nonstop, and he hosts another horrible show that no one gives a fuck about, he decides to weigh in on this statement.
That was a big-ass catfish.
So
I know every lake has its rumors for giant fucking catfish.
So Dan Swinson is in there with a chat that they pulled up on the screen, and it says try $99. Yeah. He's trying to explain how everyone's dumb, and he doesn't realize that the percentage sign goes after the 99. It's not a dollar sign, you idiot. Yeah, you think it's 90%. I think it's %99.
And I'm not in the 1%.
Yeah, okay. You got it. Very good. Oh, speaking of the chat, so they crack up with the chat. Sometimes they're talking about the Kraken. Because they're talking a lot of discussion around the ocean. We'll get into some conspiracy theories in a minute. A lot of ocean talks. They're talking about the Kraken, and this makes them giggle so hard.
Yeah, but your imagination to it was just a giant octopus. The Kraken and Clash of the Titans, damn it. Now that's a whole different fucking beast.
That's not an octopus. That is a giant.
Unleash the Kraken.
What's butt cracking there, boys?
So Tyler Colley wrote butt Kraken, and they just started giggling. Whoa! I didn't see that one coming. Holy shit!
No one's ever said that joke.
Oh, because butt crack, but that's not what Kraken means. It's a whole other thing. So it's just a hilarious play on words that you could never come up with in a million years. But that one person did, and it's pretty incredible. Andy, what else did you pick up on?
We talked about how they maybe think that they're smarter than the average bear, and the one guy in the bottom right, Jason Wilhite, is running for president.
Yeah.
Because he's got it all figured out.
Of course.
It's a better choice than Trump or Kamala Harris.
All right, I agree with some of that.
Yeah. He's got my vote.
Yeah, all right.
But the guy in the middle on the top is Dr. Sage, and they have a segment where they ask him questions. He's going to give life advice to people that know less than them. In clip 6, this is going to be a question that comes in. So he's going to, it ranges from life hacks to conspiracy theories. So It starts off with a little cryptozoology.
Dr. Sage, question for you, sir. I have for years studied many mythical and fictional things such as, this sounds like it was from Rob Hansen, Bigfoot,
Fictional
Loch Ness
characters.
Monster, UFOs.
The Piasol bird?
No, that's not on here.
That's bullshit.
Nobody knows about that.
My question to you, Sage, is this.
Are any of those things more terrifying than Tyler's girlfriend?
Good question.
Yeah. But he really shows his cards here that he's a fucking idiot. In clip 7, a listener wants some advice about how to deal with the possibility of his children having an eating disorder.
Okay.
Is when they don't eat enough.
I thought that's what it was too. Like you
Yeah,
don't eat at all.
When you don't eat is when there's an eating disorder. The thing is you're not telling me the age of the kids.
Facts.
Because the age of the kids really matter here whenever you're saying eating disorder. Because if they're teens, that's when it's really going to become a concern for an eating disorder. And it's not if they're not eating enough. Okay, eating disorder is when they're not eating enough. Whenever there's too much food being eaten,
What if they're just eating it in the wrong order?
Right.
Disorder.
Disordered eating.
Obviously, no one on this screen thinks obesity is an eating disorder.
Right.
But, I mean, bulimia is a thing, too.
Yeah,
My
I know.
favorite part of that clip, though,
I'm not
is
done
when
with that.
Jason, it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Jason yells facts. He goes, well, you didn't say how old the kids are.
Yeah, right. Facts.
Actually, that's a lack of a fact, asshole.
Right.
Why would you yell that?
It's nothing to do with anything.
What a fucking idiot. That guy's running for president.
But I hear what you're saying. Like, well, eating too much, of course, is encouraged. I think that's a great thing. It's just when you don't eat enough, that's really the problem.
Yeah.
That we run into. You guys want to hear a conspiracy theory?
Sure.
All right. So this is from the chick who's Apple Cakes, who, by the way, is the one driving with the window down, which is always helpful. It's great. And they're talking about the bottom of the ocean. No one's ever been to the bottom of the ocean where it's real deep, 7 miles down and stuff like that. And so she has an idea of why that is the case.
Because I'm telling you, if they can make something that can withstand the pressure of going into space, they can make something that can withstand the pressure of going down that far. They found something. They don't want us to fucking know they found it, and that's why the focus has been on the space race. Take it for what it's worth.
So, dumb people and conspiracy theories is a bad combination.
Mm-hmm.
She's explaining that, there's shit down there. This is like the flat earther. It's like, yeah, they don't want us to know about what's on the other side of Antarctica. Yeah. They can't let us know about that. And this is the same thing. If we found out it was on the bottom of the ocean, it'd be nuts. So that's why we go into space. And she said that the pressure is the same in space as it is. Let me read. I did a little research on this. I mean, it's just one Google search. You could have figured out she's an idiot. Ocean. The pressure in the ocean increases as you go deeper, with each 10 meters of descent adding 1 atmosphere of pressure. For example, at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, which is about 7 miles deep, the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than at the surface, which is the equivalent of 50 jumbo jets pressing on your body. And the water's weight pushes you in from all sides. Let's talk about space. The pressure in space is about 15 psi, which is what we're used to on Earth, and drops to 0 above the Earth's atmosphere. The atmosphere inside a spaceship pushes outward, but the difference in pressure between the inside and the outside is no more than 1 atmosphere.
Oh, so you mean when you're at the bottom of the ocean and there's tons of matter piled up on top of you?
7 miles of water.
It's more than when you're in outer space and there's nothing on you at all?
I knew that, but I'm like, let me just Google this. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. So I just wanted to quick look that up. And then to jump to that conclusion, it's just like, well, they must have found shit. That's why they don't want to go to the bottom of the ocean. No, they just can't. They just can't. It's really what the problem is. So finally, Tyler puts AP on mute because it's just fucking annoying listening to the wind flow through. But AP is so funny.
The pressure coming up. I'm sorry, AP. I gotta mute you for a little bit. I'll unmute you here in a minute. Cause I just hear the wind tunnel. I'm sorry, AP. Now, what were you saying, Bubba?
You should fucking be sorry.
Motherfucker.
They're so uninteresting.
It's funny because I'm loud.
She unmuted herself.
How did she unmute herself?
Yeah, she just unmuted herself. It's like, no,
you can just unmute yourself.
We just told you you're annoying. Stop it. Mute yourself when you're not talking. Fuck. Annie mutes herself when she's not talking. She's got that shit down. I don't know why that's so difficult. You guys want to see Tyler get upset? Yes. Tyler gets real upset right here. I'm sure this is very real. So he's referring to that other guy, 420, that we saw on the earlier show. And apparently that 420, he busts his balls a lot and can really needle him from time to time.
All right, look, I know 420's not on the show, but y'all ain't got to pick up the slack to piss me off. Come on now.
I told you.
Rather be pissed off than pissed on.
What did you just say? What did you just say?
Hey,
No. What did he just say?
Rather be pissed off than pissed on.
That sounds like 420. I need a fucking gummy. Fuck it.
Cooley, there are some people that would rather be pissed on, so.
Give him,
Yeah,
Bubba.
people are actually into that.
R. Kelly, piss.
Okay. I guess. I would watch Bubba's show. Does Bubba have a show? Is there a spin-off to this that we can watch with just Bubba? He seems brain dead.
You're watching Just Bubba.
Being generous.
How are the theme song with that? It's just Bubba. He's got 4 teeth in his mouth, a neck beard.
He really does look like a Ren and Stimpy version of a human.
The ones where they zoom in, and you can see all the shit. Like, whoa!
It's not even a tie-dye. Those are food stains.
Well, you
heard spaghetti for lunch? How'd you know?
You heard Cooley repeating he does that a lot, where he says something and they're like, oh, what? And he has to tell his jokes over and over again. And
it's on the other side of the room.
Yeah, well, yeah. They didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
They thought he wasn't. They thought he left, but turns out he's still there. And in my clip 8, they still have that shrill hag that is scolding Tyler because he doesn't know how to turn off his Facebook Messenger. So the show is being annoying. Technically, she's being annoying, and then Cooley swoops in at the last minute to be even more annoying.
You guys are gonna crash my fucking computer. I'm getting like 20 of them.
And I have told you that there's a setting if you go into your Messenger for Facebook browser to turn those pop-ups off.
All right, I think I found it, and I'm shutting it off. There, it's shut off.
You're welcome.
All right.
Damn, I was muted again. I don't think he heard. I said you broke your computer whenever you looked at it.
Damn it, we missed that gold.
Right.
It's all about timing, guys. You don't understand. That would have been really funny if you just got it out at the right time. Good stuff.
Yeah. And it goes over, like, you know.
I wonder what these people listen to or watch that they're trying to emulate. Because I always wonder about that. When I was playing in bands for a long time, I'd see a band that was terrible, and I'd be like, what do you guys think is good? And they'd name off bands that are terrible. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
I think they like Tower Gang.
I think that they're into Tower Gang would be my guess. They're much less edgy than Tower Gang, but yeah.
They're trying.
Keep trying.
You got one more on here, Andy?
Sure, I guess we can end with this. Is the worst idea in the long, sad history of bad ideas. They're going to they're going to put out the question, who's the best looking person on this show?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That is a tough one.
The one off camera.
The cat.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably the guy who talked to a girl on the phone for 11 hours.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive right there.
The cast members currently here. Cooley, turn your camera on.
He might be baked out.
Oh, which one's the best looking? Shit.
Which one's the best looking? We'll just remove him. All right. Oh, wait, no, he's back. All right. Turn your camera on. April, turn your camera on.
He looks a little bit
passed out.
I can't see anything. I'm driving.
Then post a picture of what you look like. We need to know.
Or don't.
Sir, I am driving.
If she posts her photo, she wins. It's automatic. Stop.
Subtract 5 points for the voice alone.
Right. Oh, the personality. Brutal.
In the land of the deformed, the person that can pass for human can run for president, I guess.
Apparently. Wow, those are... It's strange that people like that exist. I'll just say that. And I hope I'm not acting like an elitist over here just because, we have central air and running water and the internet since the late 90s.
You don't have to act like an elitist. If they didn't have the audacity to name their show the best ever podcast and have the word podcast in it while doing everything that we just went through, I don't think it would have infuriated me so much. I would have just been like, oh, okay, it's just a bunch of idiots hanging out on a Zoom call. But no, they try to pretend it's a podcast.
Right. And it'd be one thing if you're like, oh, it's tongue-in-cheek. We know it's not good. But then they're like, please vote for us as the best podcast in Springfield, Illinois. Whoa. So you guys do think this is entertaining? And there's 4 or 5 people who are in the chat on Facebook bored out of their minds. There's so many better things you could do with your time. I'm sorry. It's so bizarre to me.
Who are these podcasts?